It says I'm going live. You hear me?
So what?
It says I'm going live. It says I have
What?
excellent condition. I mean, excellent connection.
Well, because I mean, you only need like 10 megabits or 50, like 10 megabits per second to do a live stream. This is more than enough.
Hmm.
You have more than enough to do 4K to live stream 4K. But
Okay,
oh, sorry.
so,
What do you want for dinner?
huh?
What do you want for
I
dinner?
just got done talking about pizza on my live stream, so that's all I'm thinking about is pizza.
I watched a
Hey,
video on CC's pizza.
okay,
You know what CC's?
no, I don't. Hey guys, so I'm doing a Let's Chat video. Um, that's Sweetheart's hand if you saw it. I'm doing a Let's Chat video because my live stream, I did a pick a card live stream um, where I was talking about, how to take advantage of this new moon energy. And the live stream was just a little difficult because I was having some technical difficulties and it just threw me off. So I said I was going to come back on here and go live for a little bit and, just make it very, informal, which is the best way I like to be, honestly. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So very informal. I would come on camera like with my face, but I don't feel like doing that because I have my webcam fixed a certain way, so I'm not gonna move it. But um, nonetheless, I'm here. I have cards, of course. So if anybody wants, to ask a question, you're more than welcome to. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about manifestation because I said something in group 4 that I really feel like should be something everyone knows about and everyone hears about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. So manifestation, right? Um, I feel like with this age of Aquarius, I just moved the camera. Okay, with this age of Aquarius, um, there's a lot of there's a lot of people that are beginning to, you know, come to this realization that, everything is not exactly how we were taught it was growing up in school. It's not, this world doesn't exactly work the way that our parents told us it was. It's literally, it really feels like, how like when you first realized Santa Claus wasn't real. Well, this age of Aquarius is like that. Like the age of Aquarius is that a lot of us are realizing Santa Claus really isn't real, but like in the sense of like everything is a lie. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff is a lie. A lot of stuff is just not, what it is. It's not what we thought it was. So like that goes with government, that goes with politics, that goes with people, that goes with spirituality, things that we can't see, things that we interpret, things that we feel, that goes with, I mean, this is everything in all aspects. Food, the food industry. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we are just now coming to realize, hey, that's not what they told me in school, or that's not what my mom told me. Um, and so with that, a lot of times, we get confused, or we're like, okay, so what's real? What's true? What is the answer? Everybody's looking for the answer. And the funny thing is, there's so many of us that are looking for the answer in other people, and we're looking for the answer in what other people are doing or seeing, or hold on a second. No. Um, we're looking for the answer in all these places, but we're not going internal. One of the best things that I feel like you can do, even before you start manifesting, before you start trying to, practice, you know, intentionally, trying to manifest things into your life. One of the best pieces of advice I can give someone is to really learn yourself, learn who you are. Um, I see so many people online because that's the only time I see people. But I see people online and I see so many people who don't know who they are. And because of that, they're able to be persuaded to do different things. They're able to be coaxed into behaving in a specific kind of way, or there's so many people that I see on social media and online, and sometimes even just day to day, where you know they have no sense of self. And if you want to manifest, one of the best things you can do is learn who and what you are. And I mean, completely remove what someone told you you had to be. You know, a lot of us grew up in households where our parents told us, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna go to college, and you're gonna get a job or a degree, and that's what you're gonna do. And you're gonna be a doctor, you're gonna be a lawyer. These are the, especially depending on like your cultural background. Some of you didn't have a choice. You had to be a doctor, you had to be a lawyer, you had to be a teacher. You know, you had to work. Our parents, a lot of us, depending on what age range you're in, a lot of us have parents that were in the baby boomer age, and that's very important to know because that shapes a lot of how our parents thought. Um, but they were not in the age of Aquarius. They're not in the age of awakening like we are. So if you notice, a lot of millennials, I'm included in that gap, that gap. I'm included in that group. Millennials just do things differently, and I feel like millennials just don't really. How do I say it? I feel like millennials, not only do we do things differently, but we're very different from our parents. But because of that, because we are so different from our parents, a lot of us are moving in ways that our parents don't understand. And not only do they not understand it, but it goes against how we were taught. So we're kind of confused ourselves. Now, some of us are lucky. Some of us had the opportunity to be raised by parents who were, they probably were referred to as hippies back then, but parents who just kind of understood more of what this world is capable of or what existence is. So, I know I'm all over the place, but my point is that I understand why there's a lot of us who kind of who don't know ourselves, who have no sense of self, or have very little sense of self. I understand because there's a lot of things working against you. The media is not going to tell you to learn who you are, learn about yourself. Magazines, books, TV, that's not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that. YouTube's algorithm is not wired to put out material that is going to truly help you. You've got to go searching for that shit because it's not popular. It's not popular to go on a journey of actualizing yourself. It's not popular to go on a spiritual journey that entails you or requires you to fast or to uh to start reading tarot, like to you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that you go through that are not popular, and so because they're not popular, it's hard to find them. Basically what I'm saying is that when you begin to dedicate time to sitting with yourself, learning yourself, being in your presence, knowing what that feels like, knowing the difference between being with yourself, being in your presence, being in your own space, with the difference between that, learning the difference between that and the difference between being around other people. So I think that when you learn yourself, you learn what to manifest. It's kind of like when you learn yourself, you know where you're going, you know what you want, you know what you want to do. It makes it a lot easier because then you won't be calling forth for things to come into your life that shouldn't be there. That's how you end up with a bunch of clutter, buying stuff you have no business buying. Well, you can manifest stuff that you have no business manifesting. But for those who want to know how to manifest, I can give you some advice just off of what I've done, because even in this very short time, I think it's a short time at least, in this very short time of me really stepping into my creatorhood, which I'm going to start calling it creatorhood. One of the things that I've done is I've gotten quite good at manifesting things into my life. I've gotten quite good at, you know, putting things out there into the universe and watching them come back tenfold. And so I want to kind of share that with you guys. So, and I want to also say really quickly, because I know sometimes, you watch videos like this, even though this is a live stream. You watch videos like this, and they don't really tell you like sources. They don't tell you like where they got the stuff from. I'm going to try my very best to tell you the things that I have learned that have helped me tremendously, because this wasn't something that happened overnight. This is something that I practiced. So one of the tools, I'll start with the tools. One of the things that you can look up to help you learn how to manifest is one, I talk a lot about them, Abraham Hicks. Now, Abraham Hicks is not a person, okay? And I used to think it was a person. Like the very first time I heard about it, I thought it was a person, and I was very shook about it because I didn't understand what it was. I didn't get it. Abraham Hicks is a collection of entities or energies that Esther Hicks, who is a person, Esther Hicks is a woman. Esther Hicks has figured out a way to essentially channel these energies, and they speak through her to the collective, to us, to the general collective of people. And these are entities that have vast knowledge of just the way that this world works, this dimension specifically. And so if you ever, now of course I'm speaking to those who have an open heart and an open mind. And if you, I hate that I have to, like, I hate that I feel like I need to disclaim this, but for those of you guys who don't feel that way, that's totally fine, but please don't watch my videos, because I really only speak to a certain small group of people that want to learn how to advance themselves more into their spiritual walk, that want to be actual creators. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. But listening to Abraham Hicks really changed my life. And I feel like for those of you guys who were wanting to learn how to manifest and learning how to kind of navigate even the conflicts that happen in your life, Abraham Hicks is one of the best tools as far as understanding why things happen and how to thrive in conflict and how to thrive when you feel resistance. You know what I mean? So that's something that I would point out as a tool. Is Abraham Hicks has helped me a lot in my journey, so I'm passing it on to you. You can never say you didn't know now, because now you know. Abraham Hicks. The other source is a man named Kevin Trudeau. Hold on, because I was looking for a book just so you could see his name, but I actually found one. We have a big bookshelf, and my sweetheart has a lot of books about self-development. This is one of the books, but not this actual book, but really the author, Kevin Trudeau. That's how you say his name, and that's how you spell it, Kevin Trudeau. That's his face. I think he just got out of jail. He upset some people. That's what happens when you start speaking truth. People want to put you in jail. Again, one of the things you'll realize as you go throughout your spiritual journey is a lot of times you'll come across things that make people very uncomfortable. And what happens when you make a lot of people uncomfortable, or what really happens when you make the wrong person uncomfortable? They try to silence you. And one of the ways that they try to silence you is jail. Another way is death. They'll try to kill you. I mean, that's just honesty. It's just this truth. That's facts. So anyway, Kevin Trudeau, though, has a book that is actually an audio version on YouTube, because I listened to it last year, I think, or 2 years ago. It's called Your Wish is Your Command. Your wish is your command. Okay? If you want to learn how to manifest, if you want to understand what the law of attraction is, why are you smiling at me?
You're giving out gems right now.
Oh, babe said I'm giving out gems right now.
People ain't ready for all of that.
Your wish is your command is one of the, like, it is the thing that really catapulted me into wanting to be proactive with manifesting things into my life. Um, it's something that, and I mean, it's funny because my partner's, talking about gyms. Like, we are in this household huge advocates of over, like, what we're manifesting intentionally and not. We're very aware of, what energies we're bringing into our lives, our personal lives, our lives together, this household. We are very cautious of that. We don't like to speak just brazenly. At least we don't anymore, because we have evolved past that. And that's something I want you guys to get to. I want you guys to get to a point where you are speaking intentionally, because you understand the value in, creation through words and intent. So Kevin Trudeau, your wish is your command. That's free. Okay, so you literally have no excuse. Just as you can watch my videos, you can get on YouTube and search Kevin Trudeau, your wish is your command. The audiobook, I think it's about 7 videos where they're just talking. That freaking book has so many gems, you guys, on how to manifest things into your life. I can't speak any, like, literally the book changed my life. Okay. So, that's a book that you want to read. There's another book that's on my bucket list. I think my sweetheart has read it before, but I definitely want to read it, and I have heard nothing but positive things about it, which is Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. That's another book that I would definitely tell you guys to read. Now, again, I'm giving you these tools because I don't want you guys, okay, I go by the philosophy of each one, teach one. And so as I learn and as I develop, I don't want to just like die holding on to this information. I want to share it. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to feel like you're capable. I want you guys to know you're capable. Okay, so I'm giving you these gems because, and it's funny you said gems, because they really are gems. They're hidden gems too, because people don't talk about this stuff because the shit can change lives, and they don't want that out there. And by they, I mean, them. Just go with me. So, but I'm giving you this information because it's so important that you have the knowledge. It's so important that you have the tools. Okay, knowledge is power. If you guys did not know, knowledge is power. So the more you know, the more you research, the more you explore, the more you uncover, the more you can do. That's just the rule of the world. This world. I don't know about any other world, but like this dimension, the more you know, the more you have access to. It's like collecting keys, and now you have all these keys to these doors you can open whenever you want to. So I give you these tools because it's important for you to understand, one, what's out there, the potential. And I just gave you some beginner type shit. Like Kevin Trudeau, that's beginner stuff. That's something that anybody can listen to. My 10-year-old goddaughter could listen to that and understand what's happening, And so I want you guys to have those tools. Now, this is the way that I manifest things, because I said it in group 4 on my last video that is unlisted. If you guys want the link, I'll put the link in, because it's not like it's not on my channel. It's just unlisted because I was having so much technical issues. But how I manifest, right? If you guys are curious, and you may be wondering, like, why should we even listen to you? What have you manifested? Like, what are you even talking about, right? Well, I'll tell you. One, okay, so let's start with let's just start. Excuse me. And this is the funny thing, is like sometimes you can manifest things without even, realizing that you're doing it. And those are always fun, because it's like, oh wow, that's so crazy. I didn't know, I didn't, I was just talking about this. What a coincidence. That's the perspective that you take when you don't know what you're doing. But then when you start purposefully manifesting, and you're like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm sitting out there, when the stuff comes, you're like, yep, and you don't have that, oh my God type of expectation. So one of the things that I manifested was my dog, and I got it kind of in a weird way, because I always say my dog saved my life. My Yorkshire Terrier. I have a Yorkshire Terrier. Um, One of the things that I manifested was him because I always said I'm going to get a Yorkie. And I can't, I don't want to tell you guys, I mean, if you know his name, you know his name, but I'm not going to say his name right now. But I always said I'm going to get a Yorkie and this is going to be his name. And I would say his name out loud. And I would say that all the time. For years, I would say that. Um, and but this is the thing, when you purposely manifest, it comes quicker too. I'll say that. When you kind of say it and then, whatever, I think it takes longer. Kevin Trudeau talks about that too, like how to access what it is that you're looking for quicker. Because there are ways to do that. There are ways to, speed that process up, which I'll talk about in a second. But I manifested my dog. The relationship that I'm in right now, my very beautiful relationship that I'm in with my partner, was manifested not only by me, but my partner also manifested it as well. How we met was completely divine, but as far as like where we are now, that's from manifesting and doing the work as well, because you can't just manifest and sit back either. That don't work. You got to do stuff. You got to move. You got to move around. You can't just say I wish and then go to sleep. It doesn't work like that. Um, so my relationship, the car that I drive, you know, was it's all man. In fact, I mean, the place that I'm in right now, the position I am, the fact that I don't have to work a 9 to 5, not saying a 9 to 5 is bad because some people want to work a 9 to 5. I did not. And I didn't know how to get out of that rat race. I didn't know. And I'm sitting here today. My life is, one in which I have complete control over what I do on a day-to-day basis. I can be productive or I could not, but I work for myself and I manifested that, So, and those are just the short things. I mean, there are things that I'm currently manifesting that, I'll share them after they happen. Because, another thing, you guys, I don't want you guys just sharing. I mean, you can just choose very wisely who you share your manifestation goals with, because some people can you just don't want everybody in your business, and you don't want everybody's energy all up in your business. More importantly, some people that you think have your best interest at heart, they really don't. So it's important that you understand, like, you know just like you would watch over a newborn, watch over what it is that you're currently manifesting, and be careful and cautious about who you share what you're doing with. Okay. So I'm not going to necessarily tell you guys what I'm manifesting right now, but believe me, because I'm an Aries, so I have to share things sometimes. I'll share it when it happens, but let me get to it. So I just told you guys what I have manifested thus far. And I also gave you the tools that I used, at least the beginner tools. I don't want to throw everything at you, but like the beginner tools of what I've used. Now let me tell you exactly how I manifest, or what I do. So, well, one, I follow a lot of what Kevin Trudeau says. Excuse me. I follow a lot of what Kevin Trudeau says. Some of my videos, you hear me talking about burning desire. Burning desire. What is that? Well, I got that from Kevin Trudeau, Burning desire is just this overwhelming feeling of, this is going to happen. I need this to happen. Like, how like when you're on fire and well, I mean, hopefully you guys have never been on fire, but like, imagine if you were on fire and you were looking for water to I don't know, douse the fire, right? Like, at that moment, all you're thinking about is, I need to get rid of this fire. I need to find water or something. Stop, drop, and roll, right? That's all you're thinking about. That is burning desire to me. Like, that is, I am only focused on this specific thing right now. Now, in group 4's reading, I mentioned the example of a G-Wagon because I don't know, I was just thinking about G-Wagons all week. So that's where G-Wagon came from. But I basically was using the example of, if you wanted a G-Wagon, for example, how would you go about trying to manifest that to come into your life? And then I said, well, it's the same exact way that you would order a pizza. And then it's like, well, how, what are you talking about? That sounds crazy. Well, when you order a pizza, those of you guys who have experienced ordering pizzas, if you order a pizza, then well, once I, call call the pizza place or place the order online, once I do that, I think I used the example of like called, like you call the pizza place and you place your order, you say, well, this is what I want, which is very important. This is what I want in a pizza. I want a large or a medium pepperoni pizza with extra sauce. Like you're very specific about what you want, right? You do that same thing when you're manifesting. I want a black 2020 Mercedes G-Wagon, right? You're very specific. Not, oh, I want a car. No. What do you want? I want a black Mercedes G-Wagon, right? So just as you said with the pizza, you can envision the pizza. You can see the pizza. You know exactly what you want. You can see it. Yes, this is what I want. Same thing for a G-Wagon. And this is why vision boards are so helpful, you guys, because it helps you to connect your mind with your eyes and like what you're seeing. So what you're seeing and what you're thinking and maybe even what you can touch. Sometimes it helps to go visit a G-Wagon, go to a Mercedes dealership and go sit in a G-Wagon and just feel like this is what I'm going to feel. All of those things, like connect all your senses to it if you can. Go sit in a G-Wagon and smell it. I don't know. Like, who cares what it looks like? Just do it. Know for sure what it is that you want. And so I'm going to keep going back and forth with ordering a pizza and the G-Wagon, just to put that out there so I don't confuse anybody. So G-Wagon, right? I want this type of G-Wagon. Okay, cool. So what happens when you tell the person what you're ordering, the pizza person, you say, oh, I want this pizza. And the pizza person says, okay, it'll be at your house, it'll be ready in 20 minutes, whatever, right? Okay. So you come over here with this G-Wagon and you put out there in the universe, spirit, universe, God, whatever. I want a black G-Wagon, a black 2020 G-Wagon. This is what I want, right? They heard you. That's literally like, once you say it, okay, cool. They just don't tell you when you're going to get it. Sorry, we don't have that luxury right now. So you may not get the 30 minutes, right? But everything that you do after you hang up the phone with the pizza man is important for the manifestation part of your G-Wagon. So when you hang up the phone with the pizza man says 30 minutes. And then what do you do when you hang up the phone? Well, I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't doubt that the pizza's coming. You don't hang up the phone and say, man, I hope the pizza man comes with my pizza. I sure hope I get pizza tonight. When is the pizza man coming? I probably won't even get this pizza. It's not going to come to me. You don't think that. You are thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot wait till I get this pizza. This pizza is about to be so bomb. I'm so hungry. I can't wait. I can already feel it. I'm salivating at the thought of this pizza in my mouth. I cannot wait till it comes. Like, you're building up this anticipation for this pizza. And all the chemical responses that you would have when you're anticipating the pizza coming, they're happening. You haven't had any pizza yet. There's no pizza coming. In fact, that guy that you were talking to on the phone when you ordered your pizza, he could be full of shit. He could not even have put your order in. It doesn't matter because you're sitting at home like, the pizza's coming. I'm so excited right now, right? Like, you over there preparing for that pizza. You setting your placemat up and your table's getting ready. You pouring drinks and stuff. You getting ready for this pizza. You hype, right? It's the same thing, guys, with the G-Wagon or whatever it is that you want to manifest. Well, we're using the G-Wagon, for example. So it's the same thing. You sit there and you say, okay, I want this 2020 Mercedes G-Wagon. And as soon as you send that out there into the universe, that's literally like your phone call. That's you sitting down, you meditating, you sitting with spirit and you saying, this is what I want. And then after you're done, you go on about your life anticipating this G-Wagon. I cannot wait for this G-Wagon to get into my life. This G-Wagon is about to be so fly. I can't wait to pull up to mom's house with this G-Wagon. It's about to be so lit. It is on, like, I'm not hip, guys, so I can't think of any more like words to say that make it sound fun. But, basically, like, you're like, I cannot wait. This G-Wagon is about to be so fun. This is about to be fire. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing in your mind that tells you you're not going to get this G-Wagon. Just like when you order pizza, we don't typically hang up the phone with the pizza place saying we're not going to get this pizza. No one does that. We just know it's coming. even though we haven't seen it yet. It's the same thing. It's a knowing I'm going to get this G-Wagon. This is going to happen. What happens though is a lot of times we have these thoughts that come into our mind that say that we don't deserve the G-Wagon. We have these thoughts that say, well, how can you afford the G-Wagon? We have these doubts that come into our mind. You can't afford the G-Wagon. Why do you even think like that? You don't deserve a G-Wagon. You're broke. You don't have any money. You don't have, how are you going to, you have like all of those doubt questions. All those doubt questions come into your mind, come into your head. You're like, how are you gonna, you can't, and it just fills your mind with a bunch of clouds of doubt. And now you've talked yourself out of this, the energy that was required to continue manifesting this G-Wagon. So, where are you going? Okay. Okay. Sorry. So one thing that you have to watch out for, and this is something that you'll learn to do. I know for me, it was something I had to learn how to do because I had to do a lot of mental work. And this is why I said at the beginning of this video, really kind of learning about yourself, learning what you're good at, learning what you're not good at really does help, because now you know, well, once I set this intention out, I might have, these clouds of doubt that come into my mind, and I have to be ready to combat those. I got to be ready to counter those. It's the same thing here. Like, you can't afford to have clouds of doubt. So once you put out there in the universe that you want this G-Wagon, you need to constantly reinforce what life is with this G-Wagon. You have to constantly reinforce it, you guys. You have to. Okay, if you want this G-Wagon to come and you want it to come expeditiously, just try it. Now, don't do it with a G-Wagon. Because as you're testing this out, because this is a game. I said this in my last video, but like I said, it's probably not it's probably not up, but this is like a game, okay? And I want you guys to practice the game of manifestation. I want you to practice it, the game of manifestation. I want you to start with something that's smaller, more believable, but something that you still don't have, and see what happens, because you have to have belief. If you really don't believe that you're going to get a G-Wagon, you won't get one. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So why don't you start with something that is a little more attainable? For example, this crystal. This is a rose quartz. You probably can't see it because the light's washing out the color. But this is, I just hit the mic. Jeez. This is a rose quartz, right? So, super attainable. I mean, I think this costs like $3, $4 at a Botanica. Start with that, but don't go buy one. My point is just like, start with something that is like not crazy expensive, something that is more realistic, but manifest it and see what happens. But like I said, you have to have you cannot have any doubt in your mind that this is coming for you. So whatever that is, if it's a crystal, like say you see a crystal on eBay or something, and you're like, oh man, I really want that crystal, right? Or I want a crystal. I want a big, like for me, for example, I want a big amethyst. I'm not currently manifesting this, that's why I'm telling you guys, but I do want a big like amethyst crystal cluster. I don't have a crystal cluster. I'm growing my collection right now, so I don't have one. But let's, for example, say that I want to manifest a crystal cluster. Well, a crystal cluster is a lot easier to, believe that it's possible for me to get than a, 30-acre property right now. You know what I mean? Or maybe it is. So what I'm going to do is exactly what I told you guys. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get myself to a place where my mind is not racing. I'm focused. And I'm going to profess out loud, write it down too. I love to write stuff down. I say that all the time on my channel, write stuff down. I'm going to write down what it is that I want. Demi wants a amethyst crystal cluster. This is what she wants. And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say it. And I'm going to probably say it a million times too after that. Like, I'm going to sit there and chant it. Demi wants an amethyst crystal cluster. Demi wants an amethyst crystal cluster. Demi wants I'm going to say it. Right? And I know it's going to sound crazy. I know, because and it's only going to sound crazy because some of this stuff is not taught in schools. We don't teachers don't teach this. And a lot of times it's because teachers don't know about it. But the people that do know about it, I'll tell you this, and you can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want to. I'll tell you this. People who do know about this stuff, they don't want you to know. They don't. That's why they put this shit in books. And that's why YouTube doesn't really, I mean, you would have to be within the algorithm, like searching for this type of shit for it to come up, because they don't want you to know about your powers. They don't want you to know that you're a creator. They don't want you to know that. And that's why every single time in my videos, I introduce you guys to yourselves by calling you guys conscious co-creators. I do it purposefully. So anyway, I say it a million. If I'm sitting down and I'm trying to manifest something, I will write it down. I will say it. I will carry that thing, whatever it was. I'll take a piece of paper. I'll write it down. I'll fold it up. I will put it in my purse. That paper goes with me everywhere I go. I look at that paper. And every time I see that paper, every time I see Demi wants a amethyst crystal cluster, or better yet, Demi has a amethyst crystal cluster. I'm speaking it into existence. It already exists. When I see that, I immediately go visual, and I imagine myself with this crystal cluster. I imagine where it'll be in my house. It'll be on this table, probably right over there. I imagine where it will be, what it'll look like, what it'll feel like. I'll imagine the energy that crystal will have. I imagine it being a part of my reality. That is so important, you guys. Imagine what it is like in your reality. You don't see, that's the thing. Some of you guys think that it has to exist first for you to acknowledge its presence. That's not true. And that's one of the things you'll learn from Abraham Hicks if you follow my advice and look up that information. That's not true. Okay. Also, hi, hello. I didn't even know I had comments. Jeez. Also, what I was going to say, some of you guys think that you need something to exist in your life in order for you to believe it's there. And that's just not true. Your mind is very different than your eyes. Your mind does not need to see something in order to believe in it. That's what we call faith, guys. You know, faith is believing in something without actual proof. So you can believe something is here even though it's not. Like, and I'll give you an example, like this right here. I'm really gonna, I hope some of you guys really take this, because this is a really good lesson for you guys as far as, you know, maneuvering through life. Okay. Cause I'm about to tell you some shit that a lot of people either don't know or won't share. This is a paperweight, right? But it's a bear. It's a glass bear. I love this thing too, by the way. Anyway, glass bear, right? I can see it, right? I can see it. I can touch it. I'm holding it. This bear is in my reality. This is here, right? But if I put it behind me, I don't know if this is going to make sense. If I put it behind me, I can't see the bear. I can't see the bear. I can't touch the bear. I can't, where's the bear? But my mind knows that there's still a bear. Even though I can't see it, I can't touch it, you know, but there's still a bear. My mind knows there's a bear. And yes, we can say, well, you already had the bear though. So your mind, it doesn't matter. That's the point. The mind does not need to see it to believe it exists. Play that same trick with whatever it is that you're manifesting, guys. That's the key right there. Play that same trick. So I'll put back my amethyst cluster, because we've kind of went down from G-Wagon, because some of you guys, I mean, I'm not going to lie, some of you guys feel like I can't manifest a G-Wagon or something to the equivalent of a G-Wagon for your life. I can't manifest that. That's too big. That's too grand. You know, that's $100,000 car. I can't do that. So I'm like, okay, fine. We'll start small. Something that's doable for you, right? For me, it's an amethyst crystal cluster. That's what I want. So can I hold an amethyst crystal cluster right now? Let's try to say that 10 times fast. Can I hold one right now? No, I can't, because I don't have one in my house right now. That does not mean that my mind I can't trick my mind into thinking it's here, though. That's the thing. Your mind doesn't need the validation that you think it does. Your mind doesn't need the proof that you think it does, that people tell you. Your mind doesn't need proof. It doesn't go off of that. Your mind goes off of whatever you tell it. That's why there are some people that can swear up and down something happened that didn't happen. Doesn't matter, because your mind doesn't go off of the same logic that you think it does. So I can trick my mind into thinking that there is an amethyst crystal cluster here. And by doing that, I begin to form it into my reality. And what you do by that, like once you do that, once you start to form it into your reality, once you begin to visualize it being, you know, on your table, once you begin to visualize what it'll feel like to sit next to it, to you know, take from its energy, once you begin to learn how to cleanse, or not learn, but once you begin to cleanse it, all that other stuff that you do with crystals, once you begin to do that, the universe has no choice but to catch up with what your mind has already created. Does that make sense? The universe has to catch up because you've already created it. And that's why it's important to watch what you continuously think about, because you can end up, and I'm not joking, you guys, you can end up manifesting things that you don't want. You can end up manifesting trauma. You can end up manifesting conflict. You can end up manifesting just, you know, not good things that you don't want. You can end up doing, because the universe doesn't make any, they don't make any deciphering as far as what's good and what's bad. They just send you what you're already, you know, creating in your life. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that this was something that helps. If this helps at least one person, I am grateful for that. So, anyway, anyway, I'm kind of done talking, but if there is anyone out there that has any questions or whatever, you know, I can stay on for like, you know, maybe like 10 more minutes and then I got to get off. So if there's anyone with any questions about what I talked about, you know, let me know before I get off. I love coming on here and chatting with you guys. I really do. I really do love talking with you guys. But yeah, if there's any questions that anyone has, let me know before I get off. And I want to just say really quickly, I so apologize for the reading from earlier today. And this is my own issue. I don't like putting up videos that just don't, if I have issues, like with the way it's going, the way it's flowing, or like just the way, like as far as like the connections and stuff, I have to get off. And it can't go up because it doesn't sit well with me. And I mean, I might get dealt with spirit about that, but for right now, it's unlisted. It's unlisted. I'm sorry. But I will, because I put up one video today. So I promise you guys next week, I'm going to make sure I have videos. Definitely videos. I have a video coming up. I have 2 videos planned. So look forward to those videos. They're going to be really helpful for, you know, wrapping up 2020. So I'm very excited about coming out with those videos. I always try to come on here and help in any way I can. I speak from experience, I speak from what I know, and I also allow spirit to flow through me and speak. So in any which way I can help, that's always my motive. This video is no different. It's different. It is a different type of video because it's just me talking about manifestation and how to manifest. And I hope that some of you guys really receive something from that video. I mean, from this video, because I know it can really change a lot of your lives if you take it seriously. But yeah, if no one has any questions, yeah, hi, Asteria. I don't know if you're still in here. Yeah, I didn't even look at the comments until towards the end, but if no one has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you to those who have subscribed. I got like an influx of subscribers recently, so I really appreciate that. Don't think that's gone unnoticed. I appreciate that. I love every single one of you guys so much. There is a candle ceremony coming at the end of this month. I'm doing another one, and it is a chakra candle ceremony. So I'm so excited about that. I definitely got Spirit told me about that. I was like, do a chakra one, and I'm so excited about that. So that'll be coming towards the end of the month. And yeah, so look forward to that. So if you guys are still, new in your spiritual walk and you don't know anything about chakras, I'm giving you, a little bit of time to start learning about chakras so you can figure out, one, you can understand and familiarize yourself with chakras, what the chakras, what chakras are. But also more importantly, you can understand how to determine whether or not one is opened or one is blocked. Because again, these are cleansing ceremony. Well, this is a cleansing ceremony, a chakra cleansing ceremony. So the best way to participate and prepare is to know whether or not you have any chakras blocked, and if you do, which ones those are. And yeah, that way you can pick the correct chakras. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead because yeah, it's already, what is it? It's 47 minutes. I've already been on here for 47 minutes. It doesn't even feel like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Enjoy your new moon. Try to get some cleansing in if you can, guys. Try to get some cleansing in. I said in my video, but it's unlisted, but really quickly, because I want to let you guys know this. For new moons, for those of you guys who don't know, new moons, you can light a candle. You can write or put in the intention, the affirmation that you want to send out there for the new moon, and burn it and chant that shit. Believe in that shit. It's so important. It's so powerful. New moon is all about new beginnings. It's about cleansing. It's about, a fresh start, a release. So anything that you are looking to release, anything that you're looking to remove, anything that you're looking to start, or, just like any kind of newness energy. It's new. It's a refresh. It's just like a bath. You know how you feel when you take a bath? Like you come in from a long day and you take a bath and you just feel so, it's one of those. So any of that, light a candle, depending on what that is, if that's a love, if you want to, put an intention out there for the new moon for your relationship, light a red candle. If you want to put something out there for you, light a yellow candle or a white candle or a blue candle, depends on what it is that you're looking for. But take advantage of this new moon. Take advantage, okay? And write the petition and send it out, or if you're sending the petition towards you, fold the paper in. If you're sending it away, send it out. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Yeah, I've been on here for like 50 minutes. So I hope that you guys receive something. I am going to leave this video up, so watch it in the playback. There's so much gems and information for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I hope you have a great night.